Enshrouded, the massive open world survival game. In this video, we will find out if a new player can survive, make it to 100% completing the game, and can surpass the challenges thrown at him. Will I make it to the end of the game? Along the way, I'll encounter monsters, friends, and forge my path to mastering this land. Choose what my character's going to look like. End up going with the grey hair and the beard. Cool. And I'm born into this world in a little egg. We then speak to this flame, and we make our way outside for the first time. Find this cave, end up going down. This cave teaches me that you can explode the terrain with bombs. Carry on further down into the cave, and this is where we encounter the Shroud for the first time. The Shroud puts a timer on yourself, so you can only stay in there for a certain amount of time, and then we encounter our first enemies. Finally make it outside the cave, and we start following the marker down to where it wants us to go. Now it wants us to build a flame altar. For this we need to go for some materials. Finally gathered all the materials needed, and we place down the flame altar. The flame altar then tells me that I'm not alone, and there are other survivors in the ancient vaults, so I should go seek them out. But before seeking them out, I end up wasting more time than I should, collecting some resources, trying to figure out how the building system works. I don't know it yet, but I can't actually build until I find the first survivor. Now, we begin our journey to find the next survivor. Come across the Enshrouded area, and we enter. We then come across a bandit village. We kill a few of the enemies, we loot around, and then we start making our way up the mountain. When we get to the top, we are then greeted by multiple enemies. We make quick work of these enemies, head inside, and this is where we find the same egg that we came out of at the start. This is where the survivor is. We then take the survivor back to base, and we find out the survivor is actually a blacksmith. Now if you remember before, that we couldn't build a base without the first survivor, I actually was wrong about that. All I needed to do was craft the workbench, my personal crafting. I could craft some blocks to build. But this survivor does have some stuff for us to craft that will help us get better armor and weapons. So we figured out the crafting system, we need a workbench. Start gathering the resources, craft these. But along the way, I just wanted to admire the beauty of this game. We then started working on our first base, keeping it simple, getting some beds down in there and some storage, nothing too fancy yet. Putting the final touches on now, such as the door, and it's all done. Should serve us well. Now I'm going to look at making some new weapons and armor, just to help us when we're fighting the monsters in the Shroud. Keep us alive more, kill them a little bit quicker. The next thing we needed in our journey was a glider. Now in order to get this glider, I need to go in the Shroud, collect some materials such as the wood, and then once I've got this, I should be able to craft this glider. Now once I've got the glider, obviously I want to test it out. There's only one place to go with this glider, and that's straight to the first boss. Now once I was down here, there's a few enemies guarding the entrance. Dealt with them pretty quickly. And then we found this hole. I assume leads to the first boss. Down we go. Once we get down here, we see him. Now, this was a bit more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be at first. But once we got into the groove of it, we dealt with him pretty easily. All we had to do was keep dodging, rolling around him. Yeah, and it was pretty easy once we got into it. Just whittling down his health bit by bit, rolling out, rolling in. And just like that, after a few more hits, he should be down. go. Our first boss kill. And we got a guillotine. Now, I don't want to admit this, but I took longer than I should to realise I needed to hit this with an axe. So I wasted about 2 or 3 minutes hitting that with a sword. But there we go. I felt pretty proud of myself in this moment. First boss down. Back to base we go. Just want to take a short break in the middle of the video just to ask you all, if you could, if you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And if you're feeling extra cheeky, even leave a subscribe. Next thing I crafted was the grappling hook. Now this grappling hook would allow me to get to the tower, across the bridge, and it was a necessity to have this. Without this, I cannot get across the bridge. This is a tower I need to get to, but it's nightfall, so first of all, I need to get some sleep. Once it's morning, we will head back out, use the grappling hook, get to the tower. So it is morning now, and away to the tower we go. I'm gonna use the grappling hook to get across this bridge. There we go, can use the grappling hook, and without that we would not be able to get over here. So, let's see. Go in. Walk across this beam real fast. And there is a guy waiting just over there. You can see him. Oh, this guy is shooting me with his crossbow. Gotta get up there and take him out. Deal with this very quickly and then back onto the tower. Okay, we've made it to the tower now. See what awaits us at the top. Okay, let's get the checkpoint and use the pad. See where it takes us. Okay, looks like the tower is a big puzzle room. So let's see how we get around this. Okay, looks like more grappling hook. Get over here, and it's on to the next floor. It looks like I need to jump across over here, but there's also a way down over there. Let's jump across and see. That's the teleporter to the next floor. This door is locked. So I go around back to the start. I see this up here. I think if I just shoot it with a bow it'll open. But unfortunately that was not the case. In the end I decided the door didn't need to be unlocked. Let's just move on to the next floor. Next floor consisted of these floor spikes, and I thought using the glider here was a good idea. Actually worked out to be not too bad, if I'm quite honest. I was able to get around that pretty easily. And now we come to the dreaded parkour. Now, admittedly, in video games I'm not always the best, as you can probably tell from this video. But in the end, we do get there, and we do get up to try and find the loot. After failing once too many times, I decided to stop being an idiot and do it the right way. And once I do it this way, it all becomes so easy. Finally, we make it to the top. The dreaded parkour is over, and we can now move on with the door open. We made it to the top of the tower. Now, there's just a fire up here that we can use as a fast travel point, which does become very useful when we're exploring the rest of the world later on. But for now, this is where we're going to end it for this episode. I just want to say thank you for watching. This was the first time I've tried to edit in this style and improve my editing, so if you've made it this far, I just want to say a big thank you. It's taken a lot of time to learn this, and hope you stick around for the next one.